Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are taking a good care of yourself. So, children, let us start today's mathematics class. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 6, triangles, lecture number 11, and content I am going to cover from your NCERT textbook. So children, in today's lecture, that is lecture number 11, the topics which I am going to cover, they are, first of all, I will make you recall the statement of theorem 6.8, which is actually Pythagoras theorem, correct? After that, children, I will make you recall the statement of converse of Pythagoras theorem, and ultimately we will be doing some problems which are based on above written both the theorems from exercise 6.5. So children, let us recall the statement of theorem 6.8, that is Pythagoras theorem. In a right angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of other two sides. Correct? Means hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. This is the statement of Pythagoras theorem. Now children, let us recall the statement of theorem 6.9, which is converse of Pythagoras theorem. In a triangle, if the square of one side is equal to the sum of the square of other two sides, then the angle opposite the first side is always a right angle. Children, what is the difference in Pythagoras as well as its converse? In Pythagoras theorem, we will be having a right angled triangle given. And we were going to prove that hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. But here, we will be having the square of one side is given equal to the sum of the square of other two sides. And then we have to prove that the angle which is just opposite to side 1, that is a right angle. Means the triangle, whatever triangle will be formed using the given expression, that will be a right angled triangle. Got it? So children, now let us start the main lecture today. This is basically based on the problems from exercise 6.5, and all the problems are based on Pythagoras as well as its converse. Got it? So let us start question number 7. Prove that the sum of the square of the sides of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the square of its diagonals. So let us understand the statement first. First of all, what is given to us? We will be having a rhombus given. Correct? So what is rhombus? Rhombus is a quadrilateral whose all the four sides are equal. Fine. And its diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. So here we will be having a rhombus given, that is ABCD is a rhombus in which all the four sides are equal. So AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. This is given to us. Got it? Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that sum of the square of the side of a rhombus. So you know that rhombus has four sides. So let us take the sum of the square of the side of the rhombus. So this is AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square. This is equal to what? Sum of the square of its diagonal. Where are the diagonals? AC as well as BD. So this must be equal to AC square plus BD square. This we have to prove. Got it? So let us start its proof now. Children, I have just told you that rhombus is a parallelogram or rhombus is a quadrilateral whose diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. So since the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree, can I write here that angle AOB is 90 degree? In the same manner, angle COD will also be 90 degree. In the same manner, angle BOC and AOD will also be 90 degree each. Got it? They are bisecting each other. Bisecting means they are going to divide each other in two equal parts. So on the basis of this property, can I say that this AO is half of AC? Or in other words, I can say that AC is double of AO. Got it? But it is said that bisection is there. So bisection means it is going to be divided in two equal parts. So can I write that BO is half of BD? In the same manner, OD is also half of BD. Similarly, OC is half of AC. Got it? So now children, you can choose either of the four right angled triangles. You can choose any one and apply Pythagoras theorem in that. Okay. So I am going to choose triangle AOB. As you know that 90 degree is formed on vertex O. So the side which is opposite of AOB, angle AOB, that is AB side. So it must be the hypotenuse. Correct? So let us apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle AOB. So while applying Pythagoras theorem in triangle AOB, I have got AB square, because hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. You can take either of the two sides, either AO or OB as base or height. The choice is yours. Okay. So AB square is equal to AO square plus OB square. So this has been written while applying Pythagoras theorem. But I know that AO is half of the complete diagonal AC. So let us substitute the value of AO. In the same manner, substitute the value of BO, which is half of BD. Correct? So after taking their whole squares, I have got 1 by 4 AC square plus 1 by 4 BD square. So let it consider as equation number 1. Got it? Similarly, I am going to apply Pythagoras theorem now in triangle BOC. Just look at here. This is triangle BOC. Here also definitely 90 degree angle be formed at vertex O. Okay. So let us apply. It will be BC square, which is hypotenuse square, is equal to OB square plus OC square. Please have a look. The same thing is written whatever I have spoken. So children, you know that OB is equal to half of BD and OC is equal to half of AC. So let us take their whole squares. After taking whole square of half of BD, I have got 1 by 4 BD square plus 1 by 4 AC square. Let it consider as equation number 2. Now children, similarly we can write that we can apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle COD, where CD will be the hypotenuse, and in triangle AOD, where AD will be the hypotenuse. Got it? So when I applied Pythagoras theorem in triangle COD, I have got CD square is equal to CO square plus OD square. You know that CO is the half of AC. Correct? So whole square will become 1 by 4 AC square plus, similarly at place of OD square I can write half of BD whole square. So it would become 1 by 4 BD square. Correct? So let it consider as equation number 3. Now let us talk about the fourth right angled triangle, that is AOD. So after applying Pythagoras theorem in that particular triangle, I have got DA square is equal to 1 by 4 AC square plus 1 by 4 BD square. So let it consider as equation number 4. Now children, I am going to add all the 4 equations. Fine. So when I added the left hand side of all the 4 equations, I got AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square is equal to 1 by 4 AC square is occurring 4 number of times. 4 times it is occurring. So let us take 1 by 4 as common. And inside the bracket write down AC square plus AC square plus AC square plus AC square. Means it must be written 4 times. Plus let us take 1 by 4 as common. And inside the bracket BD square will be written 4 times. Got it? So when I added AC square 4 times, I have got 1 by 4 into 4 AC square plus 1 by 4 into, after adding BD square 4 times, I have got 4 BD square. Correct? 4 and 4 are going to be cancelled. So ultimately I have got AC square plus BD square. So it means I have proved that sum of the square of the side of the rhombus is equal to sum of the square of its diagonals. AC and BD both are the diagonal of the rhombus. So hence proved. Now children, I am going to take one more problem based on Pythagoras as well as its converse. Okay. This is question number 8. This is HOTS question. Higher order thinking skill. This is Hort's question. Okay. In the given figure, O is a point in the interior of the triangle AOABC. Just look at the diagram. You can see that O is a point which is in the interior or of triangle ABC. Correct? Where OD is perpendicular to BC. So you can see in the diagram that OD is perpendicular to BC. This diagram is given in the statement. Okay. OE is perpendicular to AC and OF is perpendicular to AB. Let us check in the diagram. OE is perpendicular on AC and OF is perpendicular on AB. Okay. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus OD square minus OE square minus OF square is equal to AF square plus BD square plus CE square. And in second part, what we have to prove? AF square plus BD square plus CE square is equal to AE square plus CD square plus BF square. Got it? So let us start its solution now. There is a triangle ABC which is given to us. Okay. From point O, join line OA, OB and OC. This is the part of the construction which I have done. Otherwise, what is given to us? That OD is perpendicular to BC. That I have made you understand. OE is perpendicular on AC as well as OF is perpendicular on AB. So what part of the construction I am going to do? Join OA, OB and OC. Just look at here in the diagram. OA, OB and OC all are joined. Okay. So let us start part number 1. How to prove part number 1? Children, do you remember whenever I took the questions based on Pythagoras theorem, I always told you, or whenever even I have taken the problems based on similarity of the triangle also, then I have told you that you should keep a watch on to prove so that you will be capable to choose the right angled triangle. Okay. Now, this to prove will help me that which particular or which right angled triangle will be chosen, which will be my right choice. Fine. So this I have seen OA square. I am finding somewhere else. Okay. OA square. So you can see that there are two right angled triangle formed in which the side OA is present. That is AEO and AFO. Okay. So either I can choose this one or I can choose this one. So let us see which one I have chosen. Okay. In right triangle, I have taken OFA. There is a reason behind it. Let me tell you what is the reason. When I observed here that there is OA square present, and in right hand side I observed that there is AF square present. So definitely if I have to take AF square as well as OA square, so which particular right angle triangle I have to choose? Of course, I have to choose AFO. Got it? So let us choose this triangle, that is AFO, or you can write it OFA. Now I am going to apply Pythagoras theorem in it as per the demand of the question. So you can see that AFO is a right angle triangle, right angle at vertex F. So definitely AO will be the hypotenuse. So apply Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. So it would become AO square is equal to OF square plus AF square. This has been written. Okay. Now from here you can see in to prove that I want OA square on left hand side and AF square I want on right hand side. So I am going to bring this OF square because OF square is also present on left hand side. So what you do, you take OF square on left hand side. Okay. Only AF square must be left in right hand side. So it implies to OA square minus OF square is equal to AF square. That is condition number or equation number 1. Got it? Now, what did I observe, that which particular right angle triangle I should choose? I saw here OB square and here I saw BD square. OB square, BD square, and of course I want OD square as well. Have a look. So definitely I should choose the triangle BDO, or you can call it ODB. Fine. Now similarly in triangle ODB, again apply Pythagoras theorem. OB is the side which is opposite of 90 degrees. So it would be hypotenuse. So OB square is equal to OD square plus BD square. Have a look. Now what do I want on right hand side? I want only BD square on right hand side. So leave it here and take OD square on left hand side. It would become OB square minus OD square is equal to BD square. Let it consider as equation number 2. Now again reach on to prove. I observed here that OC square is present with OE square as well as CE square is also present on right hand side. So these three sides will help us to choose the appropriate right angle triangle. So which right angle triangle I should choose? I should choose OEC. OEC. Because in it CE is present, which I require. OC is present, which I also require. Correct? Along with OE square. Got it? So let us apply Pythagoras theorem in this smaller right angle triangle. Can you recognize which is hypotenuse? Correct. CO is the hypotenuse. So it would become OC square is equal to OE square plus EC square. Have a look. Got it? And I want CE square on right hand side. So leave it here. Take OE square on left hand side. It would become OC square minus OE square is equal to CE square. That is equation number 3. Now what is the demand of the question? Here you can see that OA square plus OB square plus OC square means all the three equations must be added so that we can reach on the same expression. So let us add equation 1 to 3. Got it? So left hand side will be added in left hand side only. It would become OA square minus OF square plus OB square minus OD square plus OC square minus OE square is equal to AF square plus BD square plus CE square. Understood? Okay. Now children, right hand side I have got whatever was demanded. That is AF square plus BD square plus CE square. The same was demanded. Fine. Now what changes I have to make in left hand side? Here I have to keep OA square plus OB square plus OC square all together. And then rest of the side with minus sign all together. That is minus OD square minus OE square minus OF square. Got it? So ultimately, hence proved. Clear? So whatever we have proved in part number 1, let it consider as equation number 4. Children, we have to solve one more part, that is part number 2 of the same question. What we have to prove in it? That is AF square plus BD square plus CE square is equal to AE square plus CD square plus BF square. So now to prove this second part, I am going to use the result which I have just proved in part number 1. Got it? Now children, to prove its second part, I want AF square as it is plus BD square as it is plus CE square as it is. So this part will be written as it is. Okay. Now we will have to simplify this part, that is left hand side, so that we can reach on AE square plus BF square plus CD square. Fine. So now we will have to make the pairing in such a way so that again we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So what kind of pairing is made by me? I have written OA square minus OE square. So let us check in the diagram. This is OA square minus AE square, means hypotenuse square minus base square is equal to what? It must be equal to height square, correct? I have taken this is OA square minus OE square. Here OE square is basically altitude square. Okay, so OA square minus AE square will give us base square, that is AE square. Got it? So the same thing is written by me. Plus, now I am going to make the pairing of OB square with OF square. You will have to choose the appropriate right angle triangle so that you can get BF square. So let us reach in the triangle. I want OB square. This is OB square minus OF square. Minus OF square. Okay, so means I will have to choose which particular right angle triangle, that is BFO, so that I can get BF square. Correct? So this is OB square. Why? Because OB square is hypotenuse square minus altitude square, that is OF square, will be equal to base square, that is BF square. Got it? In the same manner, children, reach on the third expression, that is OC square minus OD square. Let us choose in which particular right angle triangle both of these sides are lying. OC square minus OD square. Okay, so OC square is hypotenuse square minus OD square is altitude square. So this must be equal to CD square, that is base square. So here it has been replaced by CD square. Okay, and no change in right hand side. So hence proved second part as well. Clear? Now children, I am going to take one more problem. This is the easiest problem which I am going to pick now. Please be alert. In an equilateral triangle, prove that 3 times the square of one side is equal to 4 times the square of one of its altitude. So now the question arises, what do you mean by altitude? Altitude is basically a line segment which is drawn from either of the 3 vertices of a triangle and it divides, or I should say that it is perpendicular to the opposite side of the triangle. Got it? Means it makes 90-degree angle also on its opposite side. For example, if there is a triangle ABC, let me make the bigger triangle. If there is a triangle ABC, okay, here I have drawn an altitude, let it be AD. So this is a line segment which is drawn from the vertex of a triangle ABC and it is forming 90-degree angle on its opposite side. Got it? So this is known as altitude. It is nothing but the perpendicular only. Now first of all, let us understand the statement through this diagram. In an equilateral triangle, you can see ABC is an equilateral triangle. We have to prove that 3 times the square of one side. You know, in equilateral triangle, all the 3 sides are equal. So 3 times the square of one side of an equilateral triangle is equal to, means thrice of A square is equal to 4 times the square of one of its altitude. There is altitude AD. So AD I have considered as x. So I have to prove that 3A square is equal to 4x square. Got it? Okay. Now, let us start its proof. First of all, what is given to us? ABC is an equilateral triangle with side A. And AD is perpendicular to BC. Why? Because AD is an altitude. And altitude is perpendicular to its opposite side. That you know. Fine. This is opposite side of this particular vertex, A. So, altitude is drawn from A. So, definitely it will be forming 90-degree angle with the opposite side of the vertex A. Got it? So, let it consider AD, the length of the altitude as X. Fine. Now, what we have to prove? We have to prove that 3A square is equal to 4X square. Means 3 times the square of one side of the equilateral triangle is equal to 4 times the square of one of its diagonal. One of its altitude. Now, what we have to prove now? That I have explained you. Fine. Let us start its proof. Children, you know very well that in an equilateral triangle, median and altitude is one and the same thing. Fine. So, means this altitude is also known as median also. Fine. It means it is going to divide the opposite side in two equal parts. Clear? So, what is the proof? Here AD is perpendicular to BC. In an equilateral triangle, altitude is also known as perpendicular bisector, or you can even call it median also. So, if it is a median, it means it is going to divide the opposite side in two equal parts. So, can I write that BD is equal to DC? Of course, this can be written. Fine. So, if the length of the complete side BC is A, and if it is divided in two equal parts, so definitely BD will become A by 2. And DC will also become A by 2. Correct? And AD is altitude. So, children, what do you observe here? What is ADB? And what is ADC? Correct. They are right angled triangle. So, it means now we have complete right to apply Pythagoras theorem. So, in triangle ADB, I am going to apply Pythagoras. Please be alert. AB is the side which is opposite of 90 degree. So, it means AB is hypotenuse. So, it would become AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. Correct? By Pythagoras theorem. What is AB? AB is A. So, A square. What is AD? That is X square plus what is BD square? That is A by 2 whole square. So, it would become A square is equal to X square plus A by 2 whole square will give you what? A square by 4. Got it? Now, I am going to bring this A square by 4 on left hand side. And X square will remain on right hand side. Reason behind? Because in to prove also I want X square on right hand side. Clear? Now let us take LCM. 4 will be the LCM. It would become 4A square minus A square upon 4. That is 3A square upon 4 is equal to X square. Let us cross multiply. After cross multiplying, I have got 3A square is equal to 4X square. That's the thing I wanted to prove. What is this actually in the form of statement? That 3 times the square of one side of an equilateral triangle is equal to 4 times the square of one of its altitude. Got it? So hence proved. So that's it for the day, children. Please get your mathematics homework. Do question 9 to 12 of exercise 6.5 along with the classwork questions, that is 7, 8 and 16 of exercise 6.5 in mathematics homework notebook. Children, let me tell you, in question 9 to 12, they are very simple questions as well as they are based on the numerical values. Fine. And in all these 4 questions, the application of Pythagoras theorem is required. Fine. Means the proof is required basically, that is hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. You can directly apply the theorem and get the result in numerical values. Fine. So that's it for the day. Please like the video and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.